Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now, I was led towards a band last week who just blew my mind called Love Bites. Now I was talking to, everyone was chatting away on the channel and I was talking to one gentleman, you know who you are, one of the gang. And I was saying how much, I was influenced, and been drawn towards going to Japan. It was on my list of places to travel from 30 years. It's the last place to go on my list, which was extensive, and how much I enjoyed Love Bites and how much, we don't realise that the Eastern culture from Japan has influenced the world and China and all those places. And he said, well, look, here's another band you can go and listen to. They're not a metal band, but who knows, maybe you might like them. And I was like, okay, who is it? And it's this band. Now, if I kill this enunciation, my new Japanese friends, please forgive me. I mean no offense. It's WAGAKKI Band. And this is ROKI from their Japan tour in 2020, Tokyo Singing. So I've got no clue as to what I'm going to listen to. It's just what I was told was it isn't that harder edged what I'd seen from Love Bites by any stretch. So, open book. Let's find out what it is. Let's get into it. Okay, first of all, how many different instruments are on that stage? Secondly, visually, what I'm getting is a mixture of traditional sort of leaning back and embracement of what, maybe I'm wrong, of traditional Japanese music and that cultural sort of aspect of the dress and the presentation with 2020, basses and drums, but mixed with instruments that were probably played 1,000 years ago, and it also brings that sound of some modern European pop. But there's storytelling as well, because there's two people telling a story like you would get in that sort of epica style, you know, where or Irion, where there's two people telling a story. I'm not saying you can comparison, but that's what I'm getting. Obviously, I don't speak the language, but it feels like the verse is joyous. You got your flute having a good time, so it doesn't feel somber, but it also seems present. You know, as if it's about now. But visually and musically, those instruments, guys, musicians, WAGAKKI fans, Love Bites fans, anyone that knows those different instruments that I don't know. One is similar to a drum, and you've got the big sort of vertical harp that seems flat like a harp, but it's not because it's multiple strings. It's not a Hawaiian string. It's nothing I've seen before. And the girl that's playing it looks like a mandolin, but it's not. But it's similar, like a banjo style. What is going on here? It's very intriguing, very, very interesting. And the sound's doesn't crunch my ears. But it's poppy, it's modern, but it's mixed with old. Am I getting it right? Do they ever sing in English? Not that they have to, trust me, Jesus. I'm not demanding that they do at all. But sometimes they'll show their super knowledge of the world by like, okay, we'll do this one in English. Like the Warning do with when they can sing in Spanish, like Narcisista. But I'm intrigued. Guys, tell me more about this band. I'm going to hear it out. I don't know what the song's about, but it feels joyous and it feels like they're saying something. Yeah, that's like they give it the old, we're cool. I don't know. Let me hear the rest of it because I'm intrigued. I was even picking up that samba Latin American dance feel, you know? And maybe they influenced the side. I mean, Japan's influence on the world is I don't think it's understood. I'd have to listen to that 9 times to try and, because it felt like a fusion of loads of different styles and visually presenting different dynamics, but musically, I mean, that flutist, that woodwind, that was so cool. And then the strings, that like harp style instrument. I mean, he's finger picking. It looks like he's got like 45, 50 plus strings there in an arch. And your bass and her voice, she commands that stage so strongly. I like it. Tell me more, guys. I like the crossover. It's making me think about where does this belong, you know? And it's not musically unpleasant at all. Yeah. Okay. And it has some symmetry with what you hear in modern, if you call it Western music, Latin American music, whatever you want to call it. It's not so unique as to be like, okay, I really don't get it. I get it, but I don't know where it's coming from, musically or who they are. Tell me more, guys. Yeah, intriguing. If you like it, click it. I really enjoyed this. What a nice experience. Yeah, really cool. Take care all.